What is going on, everybody? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Wednesday NBA edition of my DFS podcast. As usual, I'm giving you guys 5 plays that I like in the early afternoon using FanDuel salaries, one for each position. We have 13 games on the main slate tonight, plenty of injury news that we're waiting on, plenty of injury news that we already know. Obviously, things can change from the time I make this video up until lock. All NBA season, I'm not going to get my content posted on my website as early as NFL or MLB just because we're waiting on a lot of information in the NBA. So for all you guys that are new with me for NBA, my site isn't usually updated until, I try to do it as early as possible, but around 30 minutes before lock. So around 6:30 tonight Eastern, for all of you guys wondering. But I said I was going to do a Guru credit code in this video. If I got 50 likes on my Twitter post, I did. So we'll be doing a 15 Guru credit code in this video after the first couple of my plays. Feeling really good about this slate. There's already some big value opening up. Obviously, within the next few hours, closer to lock, we'll probably get some more value that opens up. But we'll run right into things here. Had a nice night last night. Hybrid and GBP lineups did pretty well. They cashed in tournaments. Looking to find a nice role here in NBA. So for point guard, one of my favorite games, if not my favorite game tonight, the Hornets at Rockets should have great pace, should remain close. Both teams are pretty average, pretty below average defense, pretty above average offenses or scoring guys at least. I like a lot of sides to this game. I like Jaylen Green a lot at 6,600. Him playing alongside Fred VanVleet should open up some more shots for him than he's used to seeing, with VanVleet getting some more attention. 6,600 is a good price on Jaylen Green. We're used to seeing him, going into last year around mid-7,000s in salary. So this is a good price. He needs like 32, 33 fantasy points to hit value. He had a rough opening night with a tougher matchup against Orlando, but the last 2 games he's looked good, getting 32 fantasy points in both games, and he plays some serious minutes. He only played 29 minutes in that first game because the Magic blew them out. So if the game, stays close, which it should, he'll see 37 to 38 minutes like he has in the last 2 games. He should score plenty as the number 1 offensive weapon on this Rockets offense. Shooting guard, we have a lot of cheap plays in this video to help you, spend up on guys that you want. I'm liking Klay Thompson tonight. I liked him in his last matchup at this price, but he got ruled out because of his knee. Bullshit NBA news as usual. It was probably more of a rest day because all of a sudden he's probable tonight after 1 game of rest for his quote-unquote knee problem. So looked like more of a rest day for his knee. 5,800 tonight. He's got that probable tag, so we don't have to worry about things. Good matchup against the Kings. He should get, anywhere from 30 to 34 minutes, and he's definitely a fantasy point per minute kind of guy. He needs 28 fantasy points to hit value. He's been right around that mark the first 3 games of this season. 7.5 point favorites at home against the Kings. Hopefully the Kings can stay in this game without De'Aaron Fox. Klay Thompson looks pretty good at 5,800 in this late game. Small forward, I like. I'm gonna give you guys 2 guys that I like because they're around the same price. With no, with no Dinwiddie tonight for the Nets. Lonnie Walker, we saw him start the second half when Dinwiddie didn't come out of the locker room at halftime last game, and he played really well. 28 minutes. He was the primary benefited guy here with no Dinwiddie. Played really well. 37 fantasy points. He's probably going to get 25 to 30 minutes tonight. He might even draw himself into the starting lineup. 4,600, a pretty good price on him. He needs 23 fantasy points. Coming off of a 37-point game last game. And it's a pretty good matchup against the Heat. It should stay close. I don't mind Lonnie Walker here at 4,600. And then another guy at small forward you could look at. I might like him even more. Zaire Williams. He has solidified himself as a starting small forward for the Grizzlies. His minutes look pretty secure, and his price hasn't changed much. 4,500. Needs 22 fantasy points to hit value. He's almost averaging that on the year. He's looked pretty solid so far this year. His rebound numbers look great, averaging 7.5 rebounds. He needs, like I said, 22 fantasy points. He's done that in 2 of the 4 games, but he's seeing minutes, so that's good. He's going to get 30 to 33 minutes like we've seen, and it's a good matchup at Utah. There should be a good amount of points in this game, and obviously without Ja Morant with his suspension, there's going to be some extra usage in minutes going around for the Grizzlies until Ja comes back. Going over to my website for those free credits. Again, just like this video, make sure you're subscribed. You have to be signed into your account on my website. These credits get you all content that I post, FanDuel, DraftKings, for all the lineups, Prize Picks, and underdog plays as well. Type in all caps, the date, November 1. It's the 1st of November. I'm excited for this new month. We got basketball and football all month long. November 1, you'll get 15 credits after you hit apply coupon. And again, you have to be signed in to your FD Guru account for this to work. If you don't have an account, it takes 30 seconds to confirm your email. You get bonus credits for signing up, and you don't have to put a credit card down. And then you use, I do Guru credit giveaways all the time. Always go over to my shop page where you buy the credits usually, and then type in whatever code I tell you to do in the coupon bar. Again, just like this video, guys, I'm going to have an NFL video this week too for week 9, and I'll do another free Guru credit code, making 3 giveaways this week. So I always talk about how much I like doing giveaways for you guys, and I am sticking to my word. Power forward. Who did I pick at power forward? I honestly forget. Let me just scroll real quick. I'll know when I see him. Pretty sure he was cheap. Oh, that's right. It was Royce O'Neal with no Dinwiddie, and obviously, they're pretty banged up now. Royce O'Neal saw a lot of minutes last game coming off the bench. He's the 6th man. It's either going to be him or Lonnie Walker who starts in place of Dinwiddie. He still saw 34 minutes with Dinwiddie in, and then 31 minutes last game. He needs 22 fantasy points to hit value. He's going to be a very popular play. He kind of relies on the 3-pointer for scoring, so if he's not hitting them like last game, he's going to be pretty limited, but can run into blocks, can run into rebounds. He's still a solid play here against the Heat. They're definitely going to need him. The other injury, obviously, is they're still without Nicholas Claxton, so and they haven't really used Day'Ron Sharpe as much as I thought. As I've said in other videos previously, I thought they were going to use Day'Ron Sharpe to fill in Claxton because he's the only other center, but they're just putting Ben Simmons at the 5. So positions 1 through 4 have been benefiting a lot of minutes with no Nick Claxton. I like Royce O'Neal to see at least 30 minutes tonight. Him and Lonnie Walker look good for the Nets at their prices. And then for center, like I was saying with Jaylen Green, I do like this Rockets and Hornets game. Şengün looks solid tonight at 8,200. He looked awesome against the Spurs. Triple-double watch, 55 fantasy points. The other 2 games, a little lackluster. They got blown out in Orlando. He was the only Rocket who played well opening night for them. Good matchup tonight against the Hornets. They give up a lot of rebounds. They're, historically pretty bad over the last few seasons against the big men. So I like Şengün to get 41 fantasy points to reach value here. His minutes, he was a little sketchy last year because he didn't play full minutes as a starter. They didn't really unleash him. It looks like this year they're ready to unleash him. Played 28 minutes in a blowout. Didn't play like the whole fourth quarter. Then he played 40 minutes against the Spurs. That game might have went into overtime, but nonetheless was on pace for 35 minutes. And then 33 against the Warriors. So, and I think the Warriors beat them pretty bad as well. So if it's a close game like it should be, it's a pretty tight spread in Charlotte, he should see 33 to 36 minutes. So I like his chances of getting 41 fantasy points. And then as you can see in that second game, he's got that mid-50s upside. He looks like a strong play at 8,200 tonight. That'll do it for this video, guys. Excited for this 13-game slate. We have a 2-game after-hours slate as well tonight. I will be playing that for the 2 10 o'clock Eastern games. Again, just like this video, guys. I hope these plays help you out with your own personal lineups. And get over to my website for that code to use my credits or to use your own credits on my content later tonight. Until next time, I am the FD Guru. Peace.